Hello and welcome to the Scouse Spud. Today we're going to be taking a look at Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter and what the world makes of this breaking news. Could Trump return? Elon Musk has started his time as the new owner of Twitter by getting rid of the social media giant's top leadership. After closing a $44 billion deal, around £38 billion, to buy the company on Thursday, Musk quickly fired 3 of Twitter's most senior executives as a way of showing his intent to put his stamp on one of the world's most influential social media platforms. Chief Executive Parag Agrawal, Chief Financial Officer Ned Segal, and Vijaya Gary, Head of Legal Policy and Trust, were all shown the door, according to multiple media reports citing people familiar with the situation. Sean Edgett, Twitter's General Counsel, was also given the sack. The Washington Post reported this, citing an unnamed source. Agrawal and Gad were both reportedly escorted from Twitter's San Francisco headquarters following Musk's firing. Reuters reported, citing people familiar with the matter. Twitter and Musk have yet to officially announce the firings, although Musk, a self-proclaimed free speech absolutist, has repeatedly clashed with the company's leadership over their platform's management in the past. In April, the Tesla CEO tweeted a meme featuring Gad's face that implied the platform's moderation decisions are driven by left-wing bias, as Twitter's top lawyer, the Indian-born executive, made the decision to permanently suspend former United States President Donald Trump's Twitter account over his alleged incitement of violence in the wake of the January 6 riots at the US Capitol. This made Gad a lightning rod for conservative complaints about big tech's censorship of their viewpoints. In May, Musk publicly clashed with Agrawal, tweeting the feces emoji in response to a thread by the Twitter CEO that argued it was not possible to determine the true number of spam accounts on the platform. After Musk tried to back out of his $44 billion deal to buy the company, claiming that executives had concealed the number of bots and spam accounts on the platform, the two men had a tense exchange. This was made public when Twitter took legal action to enforce the original terms of the deal. Agrawal, who emigrated from Mumbai to the US in 2005, served as Chief Technology Officer before taking over from Twitter founder Jack Dorsey last year. In an interview with MIT Technological Review in 2020, he said that the company's role was to focus less on thinking about free speech, but thinking about how times have changed. Musk's lawyers accused senior executives including Agrawal, Gad and Edgett of directing Twitter whistleblower Peter Zatko to destroy evidence of the company's subpar cybersecurity policies in court documents filed earlier this month. Here's what former US President Donald Trump had to say when asked if he would return to Twitter if his account has its ban lifted.
Probably wouldn't have any interest. Twitter's become very boring. They've gotten rid of a lot of their good voices on Twitter, a lot of their conservative voices. And it used to be a war on Twitter, but it was a very interesting war. It'd be a war mentally. We had some pretty good fights.
Elon Musk, speaking to the Financial Times, had this to say about the original decision to ban Trump.
Final question, and this is really the two-paid elephant in the room. Are you planning to let Donald Trump back on?
Well, I think there's a general question of should Twitter have permanent bans? I've talked with Jack Dorsey about this, and he and I are of the same mind, which is that permanent bans should be extremely rare and really reserved for people where they're trying to, for accounts that are bots or spam scam accounts, where there's just no legitimacy to the account at all. I do think that it was not correct to ban Donald Trump. I think that was a mistake because it alienated a large part of the country and did not ultimately result in Donald Trump not having a voice. He is now going to be on Truth Social, as will a large part of the right in the United States, and so I think this could end up being, frankly, worse than having a single forum where everyone can debate. I guess the answer is that I would reverse the perma ban. Obviously, I don't own Twitter yet, so this is not like a thing that will definitely happen, because what if I don't own Twitter? But my opinion, and Jack Dorsey, I want to be clear, shares this opinion, is that we should not have perma bans. Now that doesn't mean that somebody gets to say whatever they want to say. If they say something that is illegal or Otherwise, just destructive to the world. Then that there should be perhaps a timeout, a temporary suspension, or that particular tweet should be made invisible or have very limited traction. But I think permabans just fundamentally undermine trust in Twitter as a town square where everyone can voice their opinion. It was I think it was a morally bad decision, to be clear, and foolish in the extreme.
Even after he egged on the crowd who went to the US Capitol, some of them carrying nooses, you still think it was a mistake to remove him?
I think if there are tweets that are wrong, they should, and bad, those should be either deleted or made invisible. And a suspension, a temporary suspension is appropriate, but not a permanent ban. And this is the point that I'm trying to make, which is perhaps not getting across, is that banning Trump from Twitter didn't end Trump's voice. It will amplify it among the right. And this is why it is morally wrong and flat out stupid.
Although Musk's plans for Twitter have not been identified, the billionaire has voiced concerns of the platform's moderation policies and enforced the need for a common digital town square, where a variety of views can be discussed. Critics have raised concerns that Musk's takeover of Twitter could result in an increase in hate speech and misinformation, while conservatives have embraced his purchase as a corrective to what they see as Silicon Valley's hold on political conversations. People are split on whether Musk's Twitter takeover is a good thing or a bad thing. First, we look at what the pro-Musk camp have to say.
Gordana Schifanelli says, "So excited to see the rise of the free speech platforms. Elon Musk understands that social media platforms, new public squares of ideas, and must remain free. Let the people speak, so I begin with, thank you." Elijah says, "It's crazy how Elon Musk proved how social media is rigged against certain ideas. Free speech advocates are suppressed, demonetized, suspended, restricted, shadow banned for having the correct but socially unacceptable perspective on important issues, yet we keep fighting." And Layla Halliburn said, "Let's be honest, Elon Musk buying Twitter is the greatest thing that has happened to freedom of speech and therefore humanity in the last 20 years.
Now what do people who aren't in favour have to say?
Olawasi says, "Elon Musk buys Twitter and fires the head of legal policy, trust and safety. I'm very concerned that the progress Twitter has finally made on safety over the last 6 years will unravel in the next few weeks." Politics Verse says, "Breaking. Top companies to pull all ads on Twitter if new owner Elon Musk reinstates former President Donald Trump's account." Tim Stella says, "The one thing I didn't anticipate feeling when Elon Musk took over Twitter is that I don't want to use this platform anymore because I don't want to financially benefit him or his backers."
Comment below on what you think Elon Musk's takeover of the social media giant means for the internet. Is it a reversal to open free speech, or is it another money-making outlet for the vastly wealthy Musk? If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button, it really does help, and if you aren't already, then subscribe and share this video with others. Until next time, I've been the Scouse Spud, see you later.